What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing, man? Welcome back to the Great Man Podcast. Welcome to the Great Man Podcast. If you're new to the show, one of the things we're going to talk about today is what's on the top of everybody's worry list. If you've been watching the news, checking out current events, and that is the possibility of a nuclear attack, a nuclear blast. What do we do? How do we survive? What I want you to do first is I want you to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Like, subscribe, comment, and share, and we're going to get right into it, all right? Let's go. All right, what's going on, everybody? So, basically, the first thing that you want to do is, as long as you survive the initial shock wave that comes from a nuclear blast, because that shock wave will come moving across the landscape, usually faster than the speed of sound, and sometimes it vaporizes anything it comes in contact with. But if you're lucky enough, if you're fortunate, blessed enough to be able to survive that initial shock, the first thing that you want to do is you want to get away from ground zero as fast as possible. Get away from there as fast as possible because this will maximize your survivability. The possibility of you living through this nuclear attack is you want to get away from ground zero as fast as possible. And if you're in an unlucky situation, in an unfortunate area that you're considered a high value target, typically 2 nuclear bombs will be designated for your area just for the insurance of destruction. So make sure you get away from ground zero as fast as possible. All right. So the next thing that you want to do is you want to shelter in place and you want to shield yourself from the radiation. The best thing that you can do to shelter in place and shield yourself from the radiation is have lead. But unfortunately, lead is a toxic metal. And unless you have a lot of that around, the best thing that you can do is you can try to hide under some steel, some dirt, concrete, debris. The more, the better, because you want to try to shield yourself from radiation. So, and if you're at home, just stay in place, shelter in place. So just make sure that you are shielding yourself from the fallen radiation that is to come. All right, so we survived the initial blast or blasts with the shock wave. We're able to shelter in place. The next thing that you want to do is you want to try to collect intelligence. Now, as long as the EMP blast that radiated off of that nuclear attack didn't kill the cell phone towers, try to use your cell phone. Try to collect intelligence the best way you can. Use emergency radios to ensure that emergency radios are still operable and fully functional. You want to have them in a Faraday bag. I know a lot of us don't have Faraday bags or anything like that, but you want to try to collect intelligence the best way you can. Listen for emergency radio broadcasts. If there's an emergency channel on the television or anything like that, you want to collect intelligence. You want to know what's going on. You want to know where to go, where not to go, where the hotspots are, any type of EMS updates, military movements, things like that. Collect intelligence. Now, lastly, just to ensure that you maximize your survivability, make sure that you are prepared for fallout. Fallout is radiation particles that come down from the sky after a nuclear blast. Now, fallout outside of the body, you can deal with that. Inside of the body can cause irreversible damage, possibly cancers, and most likely will unalive you. Outside of the body, if fallout falls on the skin, it can be washed off. Fallout falling on clothing can be discarded. It can be set outside. So make sure that you prepare for fallout. The best way to prepare for fallout is to have gas masks. The gas mask prepped with NBC filters. That's nuclear, biological, and chemical. NBC filters. You can get these at many military surplus stores in your area, or even a gun show that may be traveling through a city near you. So prepare for fallout. Now, the most important things of everything that I mentioned here is you want to make sure that you have shelter. And lastly, you want to make sure that you are having breathable air. Shelter and breathable air. All right. If you can't do all 4, make sure you have those 2. All right. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share. And I definitely appreciate you guys watching. I will see you next time. See you as soon as possible. But until then, I want y'all to train hops. You know how we do here at the Great Man Podcast. That's train hard, train often, train properly, and train safely. Till next time, y'all. Peace.